everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll tell you the story of Tenali Rama and the king's lost memory. It was the first light of dawn in Vijayanagara. Soft columns of saffron and rose bathing the marble floors of the royal bedchamber. Emperor Krishnadevaraya opened his eyes, but no familiar spark of clarity shone there. He stared at the ornate canopy overhead, confused by the weight of his crown and the silence of his memory. Panic rippled among the ministers assembled. The king had forgotten who he was and the faces and names of those by his side. Scholars suggested secret chants, physicians pressed herbal concoctions, priests murmured prayers. Yet none reached the heart of the dilemma, for memory is more than a grasp on facts. It is the bridge to purpose and belonging, and that bridge had vanished. In the chaotic court stepped Tenali Ramakrishna, better known as Tenali Rama, the Vikata Kavi or jester poet of the court, famed not merely for his humor, but his keen insight. Tall, alert-eyed and draped in motley, he surveyed the anxious faces around him. "Sire," he bowed boldly to the vacant monarch, "I can restore your majesty's memory, but only if I may entertain you." Desperate eyes glimmered, and the court agreed. That evening, the grand hall glowed under lantern light, staged for a performance never before attempted. Laughter as a medicine, wit as cure. Tenali appeared, followed by a colorful parade of courtiers, soldiers, poets, and servants, each holding tokens, a lute, quill, scroll, or lantern. One by one, they stepped forward as he recounted. "This is General Haripura, who once led the charge that repelled invaders on the northern borders. Here is Bhima, the minstrel whose lullabies soothed your highness when lightning frightened you as a child. This humble cook created your favorite mango rice after the victory of Biznagar." As each identity and anecdote came forward, Krishnadevaraya's eyes flickered, each recognition tugging at hidden threads of memory. For the climax, Tenali produced not a magic mirror, but a plain bronze disc, polished to gleam, the mirror of truth. He encountered a secret memory, the sight of a young prince by the lotus pond retrieving a drowning dove. A hush fell. In that stillness, the king's eyes moistened. A flicker of recognition flashed. Returning to the moment, he nodded, recalling not only the scene but the emotions, the thrill, the compassion, the tenderness. That memory was a spark, the key unlocking his inner world. The crown shifted as he nodded, the weight of forgetfulness lifting slowly. But Tenali judged it wise to reinforce this awakening. "Majesty," he said, "a mind restored must be sharpened." He presented a riddle, a challenge the king once loved. "Without tongues we all speak, without breath we live and think. Less us morning mist, yet within us mountains exist." Heads bowed as courtiers whispered. Books were consulted at length. Krishnadevaraya spoke with a soft laugh. "Words, the letters in our archives, the essence of our wisdom." The jester bowed. "Your Highness has reclaimed not only your memories, but your mind." As the dawn broke, the king had his memory back. Childhood, court intrigues, strategies, treaties. He remembered his devotion to arts, his love for the Tamil poetess Mangaval, his friendships and rivalries. He rose, embraced Tenali. "You have done what prayers and potions could not." He rewarded Tenali not simply with gold, but with a royal seal and a ruling. He would become the keeper of archives, guardian of the kingdom's memory. For in the end, Tenali taught that memory once lost can be restored, not by forgetting our past, but by laughing through it.
If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends or anyone who loves meaningful tales. And for more stories like this, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss a new upload. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one with another twist, another tale and another truth. Bye bye, see you very soon.